Hello all, hope all are fine. Today I've come with a recipe which is my childhood favorite. There's some nostalgia associated with this. This is actually it's cashew macaroons, and I used to love this when I was a child. And I used to this it was never available near my house, so I used to force my dad to take me to somewhere 15-20 kilometers away shop and buy this for me. So I hope it's a favorite for many of you also. Those who are adults, kids, it's still. I mean, it is still. I like this actually. So not without much talking, I'll just teach you how to make this. Okay, it's very simple. You just need just three items, and there are some tips which you need to follow, and anyone can do it. Okay, so I'm going to take two egg whites. I'll be separating the eggs and the yolk, whites and the yolk from this. So I've taken two egg whites, half a cup of sugar. It's a powdered sugar. First I measured the sugar, half a cup, that is 125 gram, and then I've made a powder. And this is 125 grams or half a cup of cashew nuts. That's it. Okay, now before we separate the egg whites and the egg yolk, I will have to crush the cashew nuts. So either you can put it into the mixer jar and beat it in a pulse mode, or you can follow me. I will just put it into a ziploc. Close this. Okay. And if you have a mortar and a pestle, you can just take this, or any heavy item you can take and just start crushing it. Or if you can get a broken cashew nut, even that is well and fine. Okay. Why I'm doing this way is I don't want. If you're doing it in a mixer jar, you can make it into a coarsely powder form. I don't want that. I want bites in between. So like this, it'll go on. Okay, the size which you want, you can just crush. I'll complete this. This should be sufficient. Okay, so our powdered sugar is ready and the cashews are also ready. Now we need to separate the egg whites and the egg yolk. So best, okay, you may, I just forgot to mention, you may use any flavor of your choice, like a vanilla extract or something. I'm using this is a buttery flavor, it is good, so I'm using that. And there's one more thing I missed to tell you. This is cream of tartar. This will help you in stabilizing the egg whites which you are going to beat. This will stabilize it. If you don't have a cream of tartar, you may just use a pinch of salt and say quarter teaspoon of lemon juice. So it will replace this cream of tartar. That's it. So let's separate the egg yolk and the egg whites. I have a very crude way of making it, separating it, but it's 100% foolproof. Okay, what I do, just break. Make sure that not a single drop of egg yolk falls into this, else stop it there. It's not worth. I'll tell you why. Okay, keep your hands clean. That's it. Simple, isn't it? No hassle. Next one. If you are not so sure how to do it, just do it separately. I mean, both eggs into separate bowls you break into. Okay. That's it. You may use this egg yolk for some other purpose. If you want, I can teach you why. I mean, with that what I can do. I'll teach you something. Now into this egg whites, I'm going to add a pinch of the cream of tartar. I've already mentioned about the replacement for this cream of tartar. If you have it, well and good. This will help in stabilizing when you beat this egg white into fluffy. This will stabilize it. And you need a electric beater, else it's not possible. I mean, you have to beat it really fluffy. So I'll start beating in a slow mode first. First I'll beat it in slow mode, and then medium, and then high. Okay. And once this becomes frothy, I'll start adding the powdered sugar. You can add this sugar in batch of 3 or 4. So 2 to 3 tablespoons at a time you can add, and then beat. I'm adding the last batch of the sugar, powdered sugar. And it's a quarter teaspoon of this is the butter flavor. You may add any flavor you like. So this is how till you get this stiff peaks, you have to beat this. Until then, you have to go on. Even if you overbeat it, it's not a problem, because since you have added the cream of tartar, or will be if not the lime and the salt. So even if you overbeat, the froth will stay, it will not go off. Okay, so this is how it should be. So when you start beating this, make sure that you also simultaneously make your oven get preheated at 100 degree. So we have to bake it for 1.5 hours. Okay, so my oven is getting preheated right now, so I'll just finish off with the other things. So even if you hold this bowl upside down, it will not fall. That's the consistency. Now let's start adding the cashew nuts, chopped cashew nuts. If you're going to, there's two methods. One, the way I'm doing. Else, you may make a coarse powder out of this cashew nuts and stuff this in a piping bag and make a cone. But that is little tedious. That's why I prefer this way. And also you will get this cashew nuts bite. If you're making a coarse powder, you will have the taste of a cashew nut, but you won't get the bites. So, and this is little easier also, and there's no hassle of filling it in a piping bag also. So this one, okay. Actually, first 2 times when I tried this, it just became flop. Because first time the power went off in between and it was a big disaster. And second time, there was a bit of egg yolks which had fallen. I thought, oh, just a small quantity, maybe hardly a drop. I thought, oh, it's fine, and I went ahead, and then it just became flat. And I was really heartbroken. That was not now, couple of years ago. Now after that, then post that I stopped trying it. Then one day I tried this method and it came out well, and ever since I've been doing this way. So you may also try it. But if you like the other way, as I said, make a coarse powder out of the cashews and then fill it in a Ziploc bag or a piping bag and just make a cone like. Okay, that's also, I mean, it's little tedious, I felt, but if you are interested, you might. Taste remains the same, that is more important. So I found this shortcut method. Okay. Gently handle this. Okay, once post adding the cashews, just gently fold in. It's all done. Now I'm going to bake this in a, you may just spread a parchment paper and bake this, but this is a silicone cups and it's easy. I mean, for me the demolding is easy and I don't have to grease it also. But if you're going to use a parchment paper, make sure that you grease it nicely. Only then it will come out well, finally. Okay. So I'll just start filling these cups now. And if you like any color, you may add that also. You can add any gel color or a powdered color. Don't add a liquid color because there will be like, it will be additional water to this, which you don't want. I like it white, so I'm keeping it white. So as per your imagination, if you like colors and if you like any flavor matching that color, you may do that. Okay, let me just finish this. Okay, it's all now ready to go into the oven. I've preheated it at 100 degree and this will be baking for 1.5 hours. Okay, post baking half an hour, do not open the door of the oven and let it cool down in the oven. And post taking it out also, just allow it to cool completely and then only we will be eating it. So it's just ready after 1.5 hours of baking, and then post that half an hour I let it cool in the oven, and then again I took it out and about 45 minutes I left it out, and then it's ready. So you please to try this and relive your childhood memories. And if there is someone who didn't have it ever, try this and you enjoy it. See, look at it. It's so crispy, crumbly, yummy. You know, my cashew macaroons. This is known as cashew macaroons. So please try it. Okay, I just ate away one. You might find one is less. I couldn't resist, so I ate away one. So please try it and share your views with me. And those who are yet to subscribe, please subscribe and be part of my YouTube family. So you keep getting such simple recipes. I mean, I'll try to simplify it list for you. Okay, that's how it goes. So see you soon with another recipe. Until then, bye bye, have a nice day, happy cooking. I just missed you'll have to store this in a airtight container post cooling, else it will get soggy again. Okay, so you can store and you can enjoy as long as it stays. I don't think so it will stay long, but as long as it stays. And one more tip, instead of the cream of tartar, I had mentioned about using a pinch of salt and a half teaspoon of lemon juice. Instead of that, you may use a half teaspoon of baking powder, not soda, the baking powder what you get in a tin like this. You'll get baking powder like this in a tin, okay, or in a carton you might get. So baking powder you need to get, not the baking soda or the meetha soda, not that. Okay, so that's it about it. Have a nice day, happy cooking.